First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
29-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
5-yard line.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is out of bounds here. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
3rd down and
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now a handoff as they run outside. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 20.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Giants 20, Bears 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side complete to Lockett. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week. I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Yeah, he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here we go on 4th down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now here's a carry heading left. Past the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come out in the pistol. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Giants 20. Bears 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
It's a gain of 7.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Murray. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
30, the ball carrier.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
45-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Ed Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That ball complete to Isabella. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Giants.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Giants.
Murray now on first down. Buying time to his, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Loss of a yard.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Lutz is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
For the running back. Zadarius Smith on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Murray. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Murray's pass.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now they try the right side here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number 1.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to look deep for more. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because He is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Murray's pass.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 3rd down. Here's Murray. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will make the lead now 26.
40.
So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too. So being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right, right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up every...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Patrick Queen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Hey, Mike's 50.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, New York.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain here down to the 22. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And Harris has got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Murray's pass complete to Deontay.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Giants 47, Bears 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Brandon McManus lining up.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the pass. Check 52. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Hey. Check 24. Check 24.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now they try the right side here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And so into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
57. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. 57's the mark.
Murray going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Giants 54, Bears 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
A great play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Giants 61, Bears 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He lets it fly. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46.
That's good.
A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd and 9, Murray, and finding the tight end Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 23-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a rare...
Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Murray now. This one caught by Isabella. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
43-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Number 30, the ball.
You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 30. 7 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff looking right. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Eagles' 22-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom. put his foot in the ground, and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch, and the score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up. But that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Gain of 4. And it's
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Tanner Muse.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Austin Eckler, the ball
A
carrier.
quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
On the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries, 60 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The quarterback on the
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
It's 2nd and 8.
And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Patrick Queen on the tackle.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Giants 7, Eagles nothing.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He may try and run for this.
The quarterback.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Complete to
maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 30.
at the 30.
They'll roll him out right.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
On the ground with a tight end. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 12, operating from the 39.
Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the Giants ready to come out now. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
44-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Ball carried by the wide receiver.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Eagles' 40.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the division.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll try and run for it, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people. Find some other playmakers.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Flipped off by Patrick Queen. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah. You don't want none. 0-0, Mike Green. Out of here. Joker. Check 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
1st and 10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Flush to his right. Ball hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the 1st half as his guys continue to pour it on.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Lutz with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
51's the mic.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a...
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Sterling Hawk-Richter.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, currently sitting in the number 2 spot. But remember, that no longer means a bye into the divisional round.
No, partner, you're right. They made that change for the 2020 season, so being in the number 1 spot is the ultimate deal. Used to be the top 2. Got those opening weekend buys. Now it's just number 1. But still, a lot at stake, as you mentioned. They could end up with 2, possibly 3 home games if things shake out correctly and they continue to win in the playoffs.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Complete to Austin Hooper.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Only a yard.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Murray. And it's complete. Hooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they try the right side here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed out right. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because The guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On the move to his left. He'll run it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
At the Giants' 38-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's a gain of 7.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Incomplete.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Patrick Queen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 3.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big run.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Kyler Fackrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
The 2nd down pass. A fumble on the
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands.
They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. First down, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And between the last two
game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's. Very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And 3.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Murray. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished up by a touchdown by the New York Giants. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25 yards.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Come on, the ball.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Nick Boyle.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Philadelphia.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 52.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
The 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 22. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it.